Hi folks, and welcome back to the Grumpy Gamer channel. That's it, you guessed it. This is that channel we get to see this old git talk about modern games. So for today's in-car comments then, well, I just wanted to talk about the digital gaming world that we find ourselves in. I heard yesterday that it looks like the Switch 2 now is going totally digital. There's no physical games for it or anything like that. It's just going to be totally digital. Apparently people are up in arms about it. And I just want to look at where the gaming industry is going with digital. I think it's far too late now to reverse it. You know, I remember when digital games first started coming out, and if you may recall, if you were gaming back then, that they said, oh, this means that games are going to get cheaper. Yeah, how did that one work out? They said because, oh, there's no production costs, there's no transport costs, anything like that, then it's games are going to be way cheaper. And that just hasn't happened, has it? And it's literally going all digital. I don't think it's great for us, the gamers. It's just not. The only thing we get from all digital is convenience. But the price we have to pay, I think, far outweighs that simple convenience. I mean, yes, especially as a VR player, playing on the PSVR 2, if I had all my VR games on disc, yes, it would be that extra minute ball ache, but still nothing bad. But it would mean, yes, you'd have to lift your headset up if you wanted to swap a game, or take your headset off and then fiddle about getting another disc, put it in, blah, blah, blah. Whilst I can, while I'm in VR, I can go, right, I've had enough of playing that one now. I can just, right, go to my dashboard, right, play that one, boom, and away we go. So the convenience is great, but like I say, the price we pay is heavy. And it's happened with all sort of media, really. It's happened with music, it's happened with film, and it's happening with games. You just don't own anything anymore. I mean, I'm going back years ago. I've still got my record collection, okay? Yes, I'm that old. But I've still got my record collection. And although, yes, vinyl has made a bit of a resurgence, not many people have vinyl, do they? Let's face it. And there was a whole sort of ritual around listening to music years ago. You would pick out your album, it would be in a beautiful cover. If it was a double album, there'd be all sorts of writing about the band, blah, 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 inside that you could sit and read when you first put the record on. And you sort of treasured your record collection, kept them in nice sleeves so they didn't get damaged. And you'd take the record out, you'd get this fluffy felt thing that looked a bit like a blackboard rubber, and you'd wipe the record round to get any dust off, and you'd put it on the turntable. You'd then lift over the needle, or if you had an automatic one, even better if you're posh and you had an automatic one, but you'd lift the needle over, gently drop it down on the record, hear that crackling, and away you'd go. So it was a proper ritual to music. And again, when you put the record away, you'd give it a good wipe, make sure, try not to touch it, pop it inside, and put it back on the shelf. So you could have a physical music collection that nobody could take away from you. Not at all, unless you sold it. So again, it still had value. I could sell my record collection now and make money from it. And it's the same with movies. You know, I'm on Sky TV, and I used to buy from them physical Blu-rays. You could buy the film digitally, but you could also have the option of having the Blu-ray. Well, I always went for the Blu-ray until they've stopped it. So now you can't get the Blu-ray. I'm sure you can get Blu-rays elsewhere for the movies that I watch or that I want to keep. But when I'm buying them on Sky, that's it. So I don't buy many on Sky now, hardly any, because what's the point? I don't own it. I've just rented it. And at the end of the day, if I get rid of Sky TV, I lose all those films that I bought. Whilst my physical collection, again, I've still got my physical collection of Blu-rays, and I'm still adding to them on films I really want. I'll buy it on a Blu-ray. So I own it. It's mine. Nobody can take it away from me. And here we go with games. Now, literally, we just rent our games. That's it. We don't own them at all. These companies, especially with modern games that rely so heavily on being online all the time. Look at live service games. You pay full whack, 70 quid for that game, maybe 80 quid, whatever. And then a couple of years down the line, that could just be shut down. Shut down, you've lost it. That's it. You can't play that game at all now. And it's happening with all games. Think about it. Even single player games. They can take those away from you if they want. You don't own them. You literally don't own the games. You know, again, further on down the line, if I've got stacks of Xbox 360 games and original Xbox games, I think I've got rid of all my sort of PS2, PS3. No, I've still got a couple of PS3 games. But at the end of the day, that's money there invested, and I can resell it if I want to. Look at game stores. Like I said the other day, my recent on my recent video about my local game store closing down. They used to be fantastic for trade-ins on games. You know, I rarely bought a full-priced brand new game when it came out. Why? Because I'd get rid of games that I thought, actually, no, I don't need to keep that one. I'll probably never play it again. Not that fussed. So I would take a couple of games in and put them against the latest game coming out. And I did that quite often. So I saved a hell of a lot of money on games. And of course, you could go into a game store and find a game 6 months down the line, a year down the line, second-hand. They did lots of second-hand games, and you'd pay like a third of the price, sometimes even less for a game. That's all gone now. That's literally all gone. Games are going to stay at that price. Yes, we do have sales on the stores, and they bring the prices down, but it's not as often as I'd like it to be, and it's definitely not as cheap as buying them second-hand physical from a shop. So I don't like the way it's all gone. You know, look at years ago, we used to get excited, lots of us, me included in that, we'd go for the midnight release of a game. So you would trudge down to your local game store, whatever store you bought them from. In America, they had Best Buy and GameStop and all that sort of thing, I think. And you'd go down midnight release and you'd meet other gamers where you could actually talk to other gamers about your games, what you're looking forward to in this new game coming out. Is it going to be great? Blah, blah, blah. And you would sit and chat at midnight, waiting for midnight to come round for the doors to open so you could go in and get your game. Again, it was like that community of gamers. And that's all gone now. That doesn't happen anymore. I mean, some people say, so what? I don't care about that anyway. I just want to play my games. Fine. But it's these little things that we're losing that I used to enjoy. Yes, it was a ball ache having to, for me, I lived for many years 17 miles from the nearest game store, so I'd have to drive down. Yes, it was a ball ache, but the excitement would be building. Can't wait, get this game, get home, be playing it until the early hours. You know, it's like with Death Stranding 2. I bought it digital deluxe only because I wanted the 48 hours early play. But I know I'm still going to buy that physical because I want that game. Whether much of it's on the disc, I don't know. And again, is it a live service game? It is, but it can be played offline as well. But so that could get shut down. Who knows? In the future, I still might not be able to play it, even if I've got it on physical. But I think it's just that thing of, you own it, it's mine. Nobody can take it away from me. But like I say, I mean, I've got over 400 games, digital games, on my PlayStation, over 400. And yet, if I lost my account or something happened, that's all that gone. All of it gone, just down the toilet. Anyway, folks, I'm just rambling about this, but, you know, I don't like the digital world of gaming. Yes, it's convenient, but in the end, I think we, the gamers, are the ones that lose out the most. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you play some fantastic games. And until next time, I shall see you guys on the other side. Adios.